Hey there. I was going to do a voice message, but I thought I would try the recording so that you can see my face and maybe connect better to the message. I don't know. I'm new to Telegram and I'm trying to figure things out, probably as much as a lot of people here in my Telegram channel. So if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome to you too. I know I've got followers here over on Telegram that have been following me since really I've started on social media sharing my message. Now, today I wanted to pop on because let me pull up my notes here. I had so much I want to share with you that, when the energy moves me to share, I've been trying to find the right platform to do that on because it's been happening more and more lately. So this week, I have had a multitude of synchronicities happen in my own life. And I've had not just a week like that, which is not unusual, but I've had more than usual this week. The meditation this morning I had was profound. And after my meditation, I had even more synchronicities, all with the same message and energy that I felt really pulled to share with all of you. So first, I'll start by saying that I've had several conversations between friends and close family as we get closer to the end of this month and starting a new month. And the conversations have been energetically similar topics, because we are entering a new month, we're entering a new season, a new school year, etc. And there's also this intensity to the conversations and to the energy that I've been feeling around the universe. And it feels magnified, increased, 10x, if you will. And this is an unexplainable tension or nervousness that you might be feeling. I know I'm experiencing that. And so I'm trying to navigate through that space. This can also be your perception of things, either in your own life or around the world, where you're sort of seeing it, but you're feeling it in a 10x way. By 10x, I mean what you feel is exacerbated. So if you're worried 10x. If you're stressed, if you're feeling tension, it's going to feel 10x than what it actually is. Same is true as if you're really joyous, it's also expansive in that way. And I shared with my husband yesterday, as one of the conversations I had, I do my work to stay grounded, to stay practical, to stay very real with what's happening in life and around the world, but also infuse all the things that I know about energy and spirituality and techniques and methodologies to stay grounded and to infuse love where sometimes it's difficult to feel. And even through all of that, there's this universal energy that I've been feeling that if you're not mindful of it and very grounded and real about it, the only way I can explain it is that it kind of feels like people are going to snap. People are just going to snap. And I don't know how it's going to happen. And when I was talking to my husband, I said, I feel like I could go to the grocery store, like I would normally go to a grocery store, but I would not be shocked if I see somebody just snap at the cashier, snap in the middle of the store, just snap. And it almost feels like a tantrum energy, like you've just had enough. And surely that snapping can show up any number of ways. And depending on where you are in your world, in your life, it could just be a bad moment, as much as it could also be life-threatening. So one of the things that I do with my Spirit Up group, my private group, is I share daily energy reports with them. And I do it a week in advance, so we know what the universal energy is day to day before we enter the week. And this is a really great way to tune in and be aware of energy potential and to have it on your radar for the week. It supports you. It supports you in a way so that you can increase your ability and be more determined and mindful and respectful of your spiritual practice, right? You take more reverence in it so that you can ground better. You can see things through the eyes of the universe. You can increase your capability to respond to life versus reacting or projecting to it. And that's that snapping feeling. So if you're not getting and understanding universal energy, and you're not, even though you feel this energy, you can navigate it with peace and love, right? You can have a better command of it. But those that don't have spiritual awareness, don't have a practice, don't even talk about energy or are aware of energy or have a very simplistic view of energy, those are the folks that might snap. And those folks might be around you and even be in your own family. So I wanted to share with you what I gave my Spirit Up members last Saturday, and I reminded of them of the energy again this morning. And I wanted to share it with you, okay? So that we're all into this together, and to kind of give you an idea of what I do. And I also want to share this with you so that it hopefully feels supportive for you wherever you are in the world. All right, so here it is. I'm just going to read it verbatim. Observe, don't absorb. Listen closely using all your senses and respond with a lot of love. It's Friday, to say the least. It's a big energy week, and on Sunday, we have a full moon. This is a good day to stay in. Be in an intimate setting with close friends. Stay away from the crowds and the noise. It's time for more hugging, more smiles, more kind words to everyone. Engage in self-care as well as nurture others. See the divine in everything and in everyone, even those who have a different view than your own. Today, Mercury, the planet of communication, trine Uranus, the planet of sudden change and disruption. A trine occurs when planets in the same element, like fire, earth, or water, aspect each other. When planets are working within the signs of the same element, they naturally get each other's motives, making their energy easier to work with. Trines are generally considered the most auspicious aspect of them all, bringing rewards, harmony, undeniable synchronicity, and potential for positive changes. The energy will feel like it's quickening. So lean in to observing more. Your communication will want to speed up, so be mindful to listen to others too. Your mental energy will feel like it's really speeding up. Remember to pause and navigate the energy. The universal energy will help you feel the freedom to share things that you've not shared before, but in a harmonious way. You'll feel okay when people agree or disagree. Either way, you know you are the leader of you. Faster energy helps you think and perceive things quickly. Enjoy the elevated way of thinking about things. Some nice surprises may await you. Your intuition can very likely bring you strong flashes of insight today. Overall, the day buoys your yearn for freedom and independence in all ways. Stay centered in love and trust your process. Okay. So that was the energy report that I shared with them last Saturday and again this morning for Friday. That's today. And today is August 20th, 2021. I just want to say that because I know this is going on Telegram and it'll be there for a while. All right. So to add what I want to share and what I often remind my community is that, like I mentioned in the energy report, this Sunday is the full moon. And we're all probably familiar with what people call the full moon effect. So it's not just a full moon effect on Sunday, the day of the full moon, but energy works in waves. So it's leading into Sunday, on Sunday, and even after the full moon. So we're already starting to feel that full moon effect now, and everything about a full moon intensifies. It's a culminating energy. And so we have these transits in addition to the full moon that are happening right now in our celestial heavens, and all of that influences the energy. And it just so happens that Jupiter and Saturn are playing their role, and they're slow-moving planets. Jupiter especially expands everything you feel. There's that palpable energy I was talking about, that tension, that worry. If you're not aware that that's happening, then you might not know where this all of a sudden nervousness is coming from. So the celestial heavens influence energy in all ways, including your own, right? So another way of thinking of this is, if the moon can affect the waves of the ocean, the tides, then it can most certainly have an effect on you, who is mostly made of water. It doesn't say, I'll only influence this ocean, but not that ocean. I'll only influence this side of the world or that side of the world. I'll only influence everybody except for Mary, Jody, or Laura. It doesn't do that. You're either all in or you're not. And so I want to remind you that we are all a part of this divine universal rhythm, and we get to either work with it or not. And when we learn to work with this rhythm, we can be so much better at life, so much better at navigating energy, so much better, or have a greater command of your life and how you feel about it, even when everything else around you is a little wonky. It literally puts you in the driver's seat, and you can become a much better CEO of your life. So I want to go back to that snapping thing that I was talking about earlier, that feeling that I was sharing with my husband, that I kind of feel like people are going to snap out of nowhere. That's energy. And when you start to feel that kind of stuff, you can command and navigate your life better, or you simply can fall prey to it, where you're allowing all that influence to influence you. You get to decide what comes in and what goes. The choice is always yours. So because there is this collective consciousness at play too, and perhaps you are influenced by that and you're not aware of it, where you kind of sort of feel unmotivated, sad, worried, shaky, nervous. Perhaps you're part of this collective consciousness that is news obsessed, right? If you're on Telegram, you're probably very well aware of a lot of different kind of news that we don't capture on regular mainstream media, which can also add to that collective consciousness. Step back. Everything is energy, and energy is everything. And universal energy influences in all ways, from your personal life to your professional life, on a national level, and even a global level. It skips no one. And your spiritual awareness, your spiritual maturity, doesn't ignore what's dark in the world. It's important to be aware of what's going on. You have to be. And to put this false face of only think positive in a way that you're trying to over-convince yourself so that you don't have to see what's in the dark is not working with the rhythm and flow of the universe. You're literally shutting a part of the universe out. Dark and light work together. One needs the other, and it's our job to harmonize it. It's our job to harmonize it. So over-convincing yourself by ignoring the obvious turbulence around the world is, in my opinion, silly at best, naive, immature. It's happening. We can't ignore what's happening out there. However, you can still use positivity in a more mature way that can take you so much further, that can buoy you in a way that's really quite profound. And it comes back to your spirituality and this very simple thing that I remind myself, which I want to share with you, which is everything God created was with perfection. Everything that God created on this planet, in this universe, the way everything works with this rhythm, this divine rhythm, is created with absolute perfection. There are no accidents about it. And so spiritual alignment recognizes that all things, no exceptions, have a great purpose. Now, that being said, does that mean you have to understand it right away? No. Does it mean you have to like it? Absolutely not. Can you love it? Yeah, you can. And it takes practice to get there. It's that 50,000-foot view that recognizes that Joey had to misbehave over here in order to propel this person to do this. But then you start to see this greater result because of things interacting with each other. And you can play the part in this universe by adding love and prayers and requesting a greater understanding so that you can pour love with greater purpose in the hopes that everybody starts to have a greater understanding and a more mature look at how energy works, how the world works. And so I felt nudged to share this with you today because this weekend, the energy will continue to increase into Sunday because it's the full moon. I shared that with you yesterday in the voice message. And what I've been sharing with my Spirit Up members and my private group has been all about creating a serene environment in your home. Your home is sacred space. And I felt nudged to share with you to take this weekend to create and place yourself in your sacred space, your home. And if it's not serene there, then do what you need to do to make it serene, however you're called to do that. And Spirit Up members, we've gone over this topic. We've talked about feng shui. You've got information and the masterclass on feng shui in your membership portal, plus the last few live coaching calls. We've talked about your serene environment and the importance of that. So you can always go back and listen to that whenever you want. But as we're heading into the weekend, I encourage you to go inward. Go home. Make your serene place your serene place. That's been a consistent message for the last several weeks with my Spirit Up members. Today was the energy report that I wanted to share with you. And the synchronicity that happened this morning, that is the reason that I'm sharing this with you today, is that my brother-in-law sent me a message this morning. And this is the push. And he sent me a Bible verse this morning. Now, he has no idea what I shared with my Spirit Up members. He has no idea about my energy reports. He has no idea that my energy report talked about staying in today. And yet, without any context or any good morning or anything like that, he just sent this Bible verse to me, and it's this. It's from Isaiah 26:20-21. Go home, my people, and lock your doors. Hide yourselves for a little while until the Lord's anger has passed. Look, the Lord is coming from heaven to punish the people of the earth for their sins. The earth will no longer hide those who have been killed. They will be brought out for all to see. Powerful. Wow. A divine synchronicity with the energy report I gave, with the energy I've been feeling, which I think a lot of you have been feeling as well. That energy is palpable. We're all feeling it. And Telefam, as I share this with you today, take this message however you like. Use what works for you. Apply what's right for you, what feels right for you. Always follow what you feel, and then toss the rest. But most important, follow your own intuitive nudge as we go into the weekend. Just because everyone's going to a party, heading to the bar, doing whatever, doesn't mean you have to. There is a time to move forward, to take those actions and to move forward with grace and joy. And then there are other times when the universe is really nudging you to pull back. Reserve yourself. Observe more and don't absorb. Get grounded. Get centered in love. And for me, this is the kind of energy that needs a lot of our love. And not that fluffy, just think positive and just let's not talk about what's wrong with the world. No. love so much that you recognize the ill and the dark and even the evils in the world, and recognize that that's exactly where we must send love. Perhaps that's where love is needed most right now. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know what you think. As I said, I'm still playing with Telegram, learning all the ins and outs and how it works. And I wanted to share this special video message with you all. I will just let intuition guide me as to how to continue to run this channel. But for now, I am so grateful that we found each other here. I welcome you with open arms. Until next time, bye-bye.